A little knowledge removes a lot of ignorance, says Imam Ali alayhi salam. Hello everyone, I am Faridatul, or well known as Vida. Well, today we are here to learn about the educational system. In this video, I will guide you on a tour of how the COVID-19 pandemic had impacted the educational system. Then, what is COVID-19 pandemic? Generally, according to the World Health Organization, COVID-19 is well known as coronavirus diseases 2019. Easy, isn't it? In December 2019, a new type of virus linked in the same mechanism as severe acute respiratory syndrome or SARS had been discovered in Wuhan. Public health emergency of international concern proclaimed out COVID-19 as an outbreak on January 30, 2020, and a pandemic on March 11 as the virus has spread to over 200 nations and domains. It is well known in our complex society and around the world as the scariest virus, as the vaccine for COVID-19 is still unobtainable. Well, in these days, when you out to do business or buy things, just imagine it, how dangerous it is to walk leisurely with a happy heart without complying with the standard operation procedures or SOPs set by the government. A few weeks later, you suddenly show viral symptoms and are pronounced positive. With that happening, how many people would fall sick and die because of you? You are helpless and blamed by the society. The virus not only impacts humanity and health, but the educational system will also be affected. Could the COVID-19 reshape the educational system? Yes, COVID-19 can reshape the education system into a new system. In this regard, there are many reasons for this problem, namely, educational and that driven to change can lead to surprising innovations. Public-private education partnerships become more dominant and the digital divide can widen. First and foremost, the education that driven to change can lead to surprising innovations because of the pandemic. Changes in the development of academic institutions around the world are deeply regrettable. With centuries-old lecture-based teaching and learning approach, we are empowering new methods and outdated classroom. However, COVID-19 has been the catalyst for educational institutions around the world to find new, more innovative and effective solutions in a relatively short period of time. For example, students in China started to learn at home via interactive apps and through live television broadcasts. New, simpler, but no less creative solutions are implemented around the world to ensure students do not lag behind in learning. Nigerian schools have used online learning tools such as Google Classroom coupled with synchronized face-to-face video instructions. Online-based learning has its own pros and cons. To do online learning is all up to the student attitude. Some did not take it seriously and decides to leave the group chat and still not interest in the classes. Besides, students have fewer learning hours and periods. This is because teachers have to find the perfect time to do a learning class. The main reason is that school students do not have to follow the school timetable. Moving on this next point, COVID-19 made public-private education partnerships become more dominant. In recent weeks, we have seen many consortia and learning coalitions with various stakeholders, including governments, publishers, education professionals, technology providers, and telecommunications network operators come together to use digital platforms as a temporary solution to this crisis. In developing countries where education is dominated by the governments, this can be a common tendency and consequently for the future education. In China, the Ministry of Education had assembled a diverse group of compilers to develop cloud-based online learning and broadcasting platforms, as well as to enhance the education infrastructure network led by the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Industry and Information Technology. Through examples like this, it can be seen that the intention of the consortium is to continue to use and maintain the platform even after COVID-19 is curbed. Over the past decade, we have seen much greater interest and investment coming from the private sector in the educational and innovation solutions. From Microsoft and Google, companies like these are increasingly aware of the importance of ensuring the people to get an adequate education. Although most initiatives so far are limited and relatively isolated, however, this pandemic can pave the way for these companies to form a larger combination of the industries to achieve common educational system goals. Last but not least, the digital divide can widen because of COVID-19. A large number of schools in the affected areas are looking for ways to continue teaching, but the quality of learning is highly dependent on the level and the quality of digital access. However, only 60% of the world's population is online, while virtual classes on personal tablets may become commonplace in developed countries such as Hong Kong and Japan. So many students in developing countries or poor countries depend on lesson and assignments sent via WhatsApp or email. Moreover, the families of individuals who are less able and do not have extensive digital access, the further they are left behind in lessons. When classes switch online, the students will face problems due to the high cost of digital devices and data plans. Unless the cost of access decreases and the quality of access is improved in all countries, especially developing and possible countries. Certainly, the gap in the quality of education can be reduced and socio-economic equality will improve. The digital divide can be even more extreme if educational access is determined by the access to the latest technologies. In conclusion, the rapid spread of COVID-19 has shown the importance of developing resilience to the various threats, from pandemic diseases to extremist violences to climate insecurity and even, rapid technology change. This pandemic is also an opportunity to remind ourselves of the skill needed by the student in this unpredictable world, such as making right decisions, creative problem solving, and perhaps above all, appropriateness. To ensure that these skills remain a priority for all students, resilience must also put in our education systems. That's all from me for today. Thank you for listening to me, and goodbye.